Johnny loved tinkering in his garage. He surrounded himself with old radios, clocks, and gadgets. One day, he found a dusty old watch in a box of spare parts. It was beautiful, with a silver casing and glowing numbers. Johnny wound it up. It ticked to life. Suddenly, the garage filled with a blinding light. Johnny closed his eyes. When he opened them, everything looked different. He was in a different time. Johnny experimented with the watch. He discovered he could travel to different moments in history. He could visit the past. He could even get a glimpse of the future. It was amazing. But Johnny soon realized he needed help understanding this incredible power. One afternoon, a girl in a silver jumpsuit appeared in Johnny's garage. Her name was Lisa. She was from the future, and she had been tracking the energy signature of Johnny's watch. Lisa explained that her device, an iPhone 100,000, worked with similar technology. It used temporal energy. This energy allowed her to travel through time, just like Johnny. Lisa was a tech whiz. She was amazed by Johnny's old watch. She explained that time travel was a serious matter. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Together, they decided to learn more about how their devices worked. They wanted to use their powers for good. As they worked together, Johnny and Lisa made an incredible discovery. The watch and the iPhone 100,000 weren't just time machines. They were amplifiers. They amplified the energy of their thoughts and words. Positive thoughts made the energy stronger and brighter. Negative thoughts made it weaker and darker. This realization changed everything. Johnny and Lisa understood the responsibility they now carried. Words were powerful. Thoughts were powerful. They could use their time-traveling abilities to spread this message throughout history. They could teach people about the power of positive thinking in all times. With a shared purpose, Johnny and Lisa embarked on their mission. They would travel through time. They would teach people in different eras about the power of words and thoughts. They called it New Thought. This new thought was about understanding the energy within us. It was about choosing hope over despair. It was about believing in a brighter future. Their first stop was ancient Egypt. Then they would journey to medieval Europe. They even planned to visit the Victorian era. Each stop was a chance to learn. It was also a chance to teach. They knew their journey wouldn't be easy, but they were determined to make a difference. The moment they arrived in ancient Egypt, Johnny and Lisa knew they had their work cut out for them. The language barrier was a huge problem. How could they possibly communicate their message about new thought when no one could understand them? Lisa's iPhone 100,000 came to the rescue. It could translate languages, even ancient ones. But translating the concept of new thought was different. They needed to find a way to express the power of thoughts and words in a way that resonated with the ancient Egyptians. Section 6. Doubts and Discoveries in Medieval Europe. Medieval Europe was a time of great faith and superstition. People were skeptical of Johnny and Lisa's ideas. The concept of new thought was so different from their beliefs. Johnny and Lisa faced resistance and fear. Despite the challenges, Johnny and Lisa persevered. They discovered that stories were a powerful tool for communication. They used stories and metaphors to explain the power of positive thinking. They found common ground with the people they met. They learned that the desire for a better future was a universal language. Section 7. Overcoming resistance in the Victorian era. The Victorian era was a time of great scientific advancement. It was also a time of strict social rules. Johnny and Lisa knew they had to be careful about how they presented their ideas. They didn't want to disrupt the timeline. They found allies in unexpected places. They met open-minded scientists and thinkers who were fascinated by their stories of time travel and new thought. Johnny and Lisa organized gatherings and talks. Slowly but surely, they planted seeds of hope and positivity. Section 8. A Legacy of Hope and Understanding. After countless adventures across time, it was time for Johnny and Lisa to return to their own times. Their journey had been filled with challenges, but it had been worth it. They had made a difference, planting seeds of new thought in different eras. The impact of their journey might not be immediately apparent, but they knew that even small actions could have a ripple effect across time. They left behind journals and sketches, hoping that one day others would pick up where they left off. The power of words and thoughts, once understood, had the potential to change the world. Section 9. The Next Great Adventure. Back in their own times, Johnny and Lisa felt a profound sense of gratitude for their adventure. They had learned so much about history, about humanity, and about themselves. They knew that their work wasn't over. The mysteries of time were vast and complex. As Johnny looked at his watch and Lisa at her iPhone 100,000, they shared a knowing smile. Where would they go next? What new wonders would they discover? The possibilities were limitless. And so, with hearts full of hope and a thirst for knowledge, Johnny and Lisa prepared for their next great adventure. The journey through time, they realized, had just begun.